Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for tuning in. I know I have been gone for quite a while. I had a lot of stuff going on in my life and it just kind of stopped me from being able to edit. I have been recording automotive content. I have stuff to upload, but editing does take quite a while, so I just haven't had that free time. Hopefully now I will, and I'll be able to upload on a much more regular occurrence, so you should see more content. You do notice that I'm not currently outside or in front of a car. The reason why is, even though, like I said, I didn't have time to edit, I was recording car content, and so we will be moving from this to the S14. We were working on trying to complete the Kouki conversion, so a lot more got done on that, so stay tuned to see that. However, two things before we get started. One, if you do like automotive, particularly GTR and of course S14 content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And two, if you'd like to support the channel, I do have the JD Archer shop. If you go to jdarcher.bigcartel.com, you can see a limited selection of t-shirts I've designed that are for sale. Or if you want to see all of my t-shirts that I've designed that are for sale, I do have them on Etsy as well. I'll put an address for that in the description down below, or you can just go on Etsy and search JD Archer. The reason why I have two shops is, well, Etsy takes a much bigger cut, but Big Cartel only allows me to host a certain amount of items, so I put it in both locations. Basically, on your preference, you can use whichever one you want. But with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get out to the car and see what we can do with that Kouki conversion.
Right here, so when you get to that. Fucking strength. That's how he did it.
Go again. Oh, good. See how this link is a different color than the rest of them? So when this is all lined up, see how there's a little notch in the gear right here? There's a matching one over here. There's also one down here with the idler pulley if we had this cover off.
Right.
So once we rotate it where this should be a top dead center, there should be a point where there's another one of these that lines up with that notch over here and then down below. So that's how you line up everything.
Gotcha.
that shows me that these are not lined up properly for sure. Also, so these are facing up, but this one's off. See how this one's facing straight out?
Yeah.
This one's facing straight out. So yeah, whoever did this did not do it correct. There it is. There's the divot right there.
Just up under the
So
chain.
this should, so these should be on the tooth that literally puts them right above those divots. So whoever did the timing chain did it wrong. At least that part.
Yeah. Well,
So it answers that question.
yeah, so we definitely know it's out of time.
So then the question is, do you want to take off the distributor and this cover, which it looks like we can get this off and try and do this part? Or do you just want to let Sebastian worry about it? My bet is the bottom change probably fine. My guess is they didn't even do it.
Which means it probably should be done, given
Yeah.
the mileage on this thing. We'll wait and let Sebastian do that, purely because if we take it in, have him doing the bottom, might as well have him do the top whites in there.
Okay.
And that saves us a bunch of headache.
Because that's not off by a little bit, that's off by a full tooth
Yeah, that's substantial from what it is.
on both of them. So my guess is what they did is they lined it up, but what you're supposed to do is after you line it up, you're supposed to crank it around once to make sure it's still
Make
lined
sure
up.
it stays lined up.
And I don't think they did that.
Yeah, they just guess, that's good enough, and then as chassis life did.
Now that we've kind of spun the timing belt a little bit, pretty much confirmed the theory that we had, which is whoever did this timing chain last time didn't do it properly. Now there's some black links that are different colors from the rest of the links that are on this chain here. And there's also some divots in the sprocket. And after you rotate it, once you hit top dead center on the #1 cylinder, there's a divot that's supposed to line up with the black link on both cam gears and on the idler pulley down below. They're not lined up. They're off by a full tooth actually on each one. So this divot's kind of here when it should be here, and the divot on this one is here when it should be here. Which there again, the fact that we weren't able to time this car properly and it has a bit of a backfire or a pop and bang, if you will, is what led us to believe that the timing chain was done incorrectly. So we took the valve cover off in this video just to kind of inspect it. Now yes, originally we were thinking about doing the full timing chain job ourselves, but we've since discovered that to do the lower timing chain, you have to take the whole engine out of the car to basically take off the oil pan. Now there is a way to do it with the engine in the car. We just don't have that type of access to those type of tools, especially out here. So Mike has decided he's just going to take it to Sebastian at Specialty Z to do the lower timing chain. Now we could do the upper timing chain. That's much easier. You take off the distributor and this plate comes off and we'd have access to it. And we thought about doing that, but if we're going to pay Sebastian to do the lower timing chain where he's going to have to take all that off anyways, we're just going to be lazy and let him do it, especially because the car does run at the moment. So, but at least, like I said, we had the theory that whoever did the timing chain didn't do it properly. It's now been confirmed. That explains why we can't get it timed. That explains why it's got the issue. And hopefully that means it'll have some more power. So, like I said, we're going to take it to Sebastian. He's going to go ahead and take care of that because we're going to have him do the lower timing chain as well. But since how we're already this deep, we are going to do the water pump and the thermostat because that's a pretty easy job. And we'll get this car all buttoned up and back together, and then that way we can turn our attention to finishing the Kouki conversion.
All right, so here is the new valve cover gasket. This one's actually black. The last one was blue, so at least it'll look a little bit nicer. Yeah. The one thing you do have to take note is there is a front and the back. The back, you can see, has this little extra hole for the bolt hole that's impossible to get to with all those lines there, but that's Nissan. So the secret to putting on a valve cover gasket is these little half moon pieces here. Sometimes they're attached to the valve cover gasket, sometimes they're on a separate piece. But what you need to do is put a little bit of RVT right here where the half moon meets with the gasket. The reason why is it's notorious to leak there. So you hit with just a little dab of RVT on each side, it gets rid of that potential leak. So that's what you're gonna need to do. We do have some red RVT, so we'll take care of that in this instance so everything's all buttoned up properly.
Oh, okay. Actually, the extension pound on the extension with a hammer.
We'll take it to Sebastian very soon.
That's good.
And this one? Fixed it! Rubber hammer works.
You're right. It's the solution to all our problems.
Oh, I have a razor blade I saw. If you want to clean this up. Enjoy the easiness of that.
That was so much easier than I was ready for. Hey.
You mother.
There's no thermostat in there. So I thought, pull it off. That was great. I really should be able to get them. Because I'm not supposed to look at that.
That's been easily.
I get told, oh, it's a good look at it.
Can't pull the dirt off my hands and just permanently. If it's clear resistance, it's probably more RBT, so back out and Okay, yeah, sure. Okay, so those of you that are coming back, Mike went on a bit of a run. I got bored and kind of jumped the gun and installed the, looks like it's the alternator belt. But he's going to go ahead and install, looks like the power steering belt. And then we should be pretty much good to drop in the radiator. Maybe fire it up to make sure that I got the right tightness so it doesn't squeak. So the travel on that one is really just over the main pulley here to the water pump to the power steering in the back. Now this one unfortunately is a bit of a pain in the ass because this line right here is really tight. Unless you can get a longer one at some point in time. Just got to kind of push down. We might have to loosen it up a little bit more because it's a brand new belt. Is it good?
Yep.
We good? We're on?
Nice. Got tighten it.
Okay, so what you're going to do is this bolt right here. You're going to tighten this until your deflection is about ½ inch down, ¼ inch up. Or it might be even tighter than that.
What size is that?
I believe it's a 12.
That looks like a 12 as best as I can see. Mine's on top.
Yes.
That's the fan, or the fans. The belts, water pump, thermostat now exists. I guess radiators next? Oh, we need to tighten those up, yeah.
Supposed to be at 72 foot-pounds? Inch pounds?
It was like 6 to 7 foot-pounds. So it's 12 to 4, 36, 48, 60, 72 inch pounds.
I guess I gave you a cap. A lot of places don't give you the cap.
Yeah. Correct that. You should run it.
Yeah, unfortunately, once it's in there, you don't see that part.
Yeah. And around here, hopefully it fucking fits.
I think it will. Not.
Those connect. Those don't even fit up there. Yeah, this will fit. Well, remember it's an S14 radiator, so.
Yeah. Well, at least you can sell the electric fans.
We got the. What have we got done now? We got the water pump in, got the thermostat in, we got
New belts.
new belts on. We torched down the
Valve cover.
valve cover, put the valve cover gasket on, and now we're ready to do the part I've been most excited for the longest time, putting a new radiator in. So fun fact, the old radiator, we're getting rid of it for multiple reasons, but it's also supposed to go on an S13. So it's not really the right radiator for this car. So we got me a nice new Mishimoto S14 radiator, and the fans on the old radiator don't fit the new one because it's also for the S13. Sizing is a problem. So we're going to ignore those for right now. We're just going to take these, throw them away. I'm not going to throw them. Here, take these. We're still going to put the radiator in because it will still do some of its job, and we can put the fans on later. Looks like I'm probably going to buy a new fan clutch, fan shroud, all that. This car is just one thing after another, taking the money.
I mean, but you're kind of putting it back to stock to make it a strong car to upgrade it, so it kind of makes sense.
We're doing things the right way, which is rare for an S14. So we're having to really undo everyone else's. But
well, they're corner cutting garage mechanics.
Yeah, we're putting the correct parts on, which is nice enough. But either way, we can still put this on, get it plumbed up, make sure everything's working good. And then, next video we'll do a fan clutch and all that. But we're gonna get this all in right now because I want to see it in the car.
Grommets at the bottom.
That's all right. That's like that one looks like it goes from there down. That would be a
Yep. Take the coolant with you, and then after you're done driving, you can go somewhere where you know it's going to actually cool down.
Whew. Okay, well we got the coolant system mostly done. Still got to do the fan and fan clutch, and we got to order that. So that'll be next video. But we're going to put this on because I really want to get this on. It's mostly out of my house. This is a replacement bash bar for the stock one that'll make it work with the Kouki conversion we've been working on. And I got this done here locally at a place called Street Factions Engineering, and they really kind of helped out a lot. They were able to get this thing done pretty quick. I got to talk to the owner, cool dude, so if you need any parts, check their website out. They're really dope. I'll post it down below. We're going to put this on here, and it'll be so much closer to getting this damn front end done. Sweet. And legit vacuum is only trash. It's steel, and this is as well, but it's also less of it. Alright.
Here we are back in the apartment. Yes, I know that was a bit of an abrupt change. For those of you that have been with the channel for a while, you know that I shoot on GoPro, and I had the typical GoPro issue, which is where when I got back, some of the files were corrupted. And fortunately, you saw most of it. Almost everything that you saw was done. The only thing you missed is we did finish installing the bash bar, and we did loosely put the Kouki front bumper on. It's just held on with zip ties. Actually, now that I think about it, it is an S14. That could be permanently installed by that definition, but that's not how we're gonna do it. We're gonna install it properly. For those of you that saw the previous video, you knew that we were running the Zenki front bash bar, and it was causing the Kouki bumper to kind of sag a little bit. Some people said that there's some clips and some extra stuff we had to buy. Mike decided to make the choice. He just bought the Kouki bash bar, which eliminates the need to get any of those clips, and it rests in the proper location. So we did get that on. There is another video I've already filmed where we almost finished the entire conversion, so that is upcoming. You don't have to worry about waiting forever for that to come out. But other than that, you saw most of it. After watching this video, if you have any questions or if you think there was a better way to do things, you're more than welcome to post in the comment section down below. I will respond to you. As I did say at the beginning of the video too, if you do want to see more automotive, particularly GTR and S14 content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I thank you all for watching, and until next time, forget everything else, focus on the finish line.